Welcome back. This is John Locke. Today I'm answering a question I saw in a marketing forum, and this person writes, we have a competitor that is paraphrasing our content. They're rewriting our content, but it's close but not quite the exact same as our content, and they're ranking above us. Is there anything that I can do about this? So basically what's happening is the example that they gave is it's very closely worded, but it's not the exact same. So what some people said is you can issue a DMCA takedown, which stands for the Digital Millennium Copyright Act, dmca.com. You can get information there. If somebody is copying your site, they're copying your content word for word, then you can issue a takedown, which basically means that they'll have to take down the content. Now, if it's paraphrased and it's very close, but it's not the same, you're going to have a harder time with that. And there's really nothing you can do about it. Now, is the reason why they're ranking because they're paraphrasing your content? That's what a lot of people think. I've seen a lot of people believe this. And in fact, in the comment section of this post, somebody suggested that, or the original poster actually suggested, I should say, that, maybe what I can do is pay an offshore person to rewrite the content from the top sites out there, and then I will rank higher. I will rank at the top because I'll just spin the content from the top sites in my industry. Well, it doesn't exactly work like that. So, because if it did work like that, then everybody would win, because everybody copies everybody else. For the most part, there's very little original content out there. A lot of the content that's out there is paraphrased or copied. In fact, I think Google said 65% of the web is duplicate content, which is, again, something when you talk about the duplicate content penalty myth, the myth of the duplicate content penalty, there's no penalty for duplicate content. More than likely, those sites are ranking because they also have a ton of backlinks. They're showing big brand signals. They probably have a lot of engagement on their pages. The user signals that Google is seeing shows that people are happy with what they're finding on those pages. They probably have good design. They probably have a lot of social activity. And again, we've talked about this, social activity is not a direct influence on SEO, but it's an indication that you are a big brand. It's an indication that you probably deserve to rank higher, not because you have a lot of social activity, but the social activity shows that people are interested in what you have to say. So it's a lot of signals that you really can't manipulate. You can't manipulate them into doing what you want. You're going to have a better site than other people. You're going to have to go out and earn those links from your content, from your superior content out there, not just copy. You're going to have to leverage things like internal linking, external linking, and you're going to have to build a brand using all the tools at your disposal. So publishing content on all platforms, YouTube, your blog, your website, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, all these things to build up the recognition for your brand. And, earning links is probably the number one reason. Probably the number two reason is user signals. So just copying somebody's content, not going to get it done. You have to do the work of building a brand. If somebody's paraphrasing your content and it's not word for word, probably not a ton that you can do. If they're stealing your site, like stealing your design, stealing your words, stealing your site, page for page, line for line, issue a DMCA takedown. The hosting companies are responsible for that if they don't comply. So that is the best bet. Don't get caught up in other people copying you too much, because if you focus only on that, you know that you're going to spend all your time doing that, because everybody copies the leader. Everybody tries to follow the leader. Everybody tries to backwards engineer what's working for everyone else. So don't get caught up in that, because you're going to waste a lot of your time and energy chasing things that aren't going to help you. Instead, what you should do is focus on building your brand, making good content, earning good links from other sites that are similar to yours, and doing everything you can to get a true following and true customer satisfaction, good reviews, good brand reputation, earn those links, design a great site, write and create good content, and that should take care of it. And it's not easy to do. That's why people don't usually succeed, is because all those things take time and effort. And that is the biggest thing that you have to do, is those things that are not simple, but the things that are difficult to do. They're simple to say, because I've just outlined it, but they're difficult to do because they take several years to actually do effectively. My name is John Locke. My business is Lockdown Design and SEO, and I'm here every single day making videos on SEO. And I'll be here tomorrow with a new video. I want to say thanks to all the new subscribers, all the new people that have watched, left comments, subscribed. I'll be here tomorrow with a new video. I want to say thanks, and until next time, peace.